Yo guys, Afro here, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be telling a story. So if you enjoy this, be sure to leave a like so I know to drop more stories to you guys in the future. So this story takes place about 2 years ago. I was a freshman and I was really shy and awkward. It was bad. I do not want to relive that year. But baseball is my favorite sport, and that year I managed to make the higher JV team. Now our school is weird and has 2 JV teams. The first JV team kind of acts like the freshman team, but it's technically a JV team. And the second one is the actual JV team, and we play actual JV teams. So there's this bigger kid, now I can't say his name, but we can call him Billy. Yeah, Billy's good. Now I was, and I still am a big kid, but this kid, he wasn't really big per se, I guess. He wasn't big and fat like I am. He was more stocky and lean, but he was still a big kid, you know? I think he was fully Hispanic. He also wore glasses, he had braces, he had a bigger nose, but not too big, just pretty well defined. Now, I'm not trying to be racist here, but, you know, he was your average Mexican athlete. He'd always show up to the locker room before a game with a couple of burritos and a Gatorade. Now, I'm a half-breed, I know how it goes, and you got me fucked up if you don't think I'm gonna inhale Abuelito's burritos like the way I eat ass on a Friday night. But, where was I going with this? Oh yeah, so this kid, average Mexican athlete, he's a cool kid and all, yada yada yada. One day, we were playing this varsity team as kids, and I have no fucking clue why we were playing varsity kids as 14 and 15-year-olds. I remember distinctly that no one on my team was able to grow facial hair, but you had these bulky, whole-ass men with beards of Poseidon. Like, they were Spartans. They weren't even varsity. They were Spartans compared to us. I remember the pitcher threw like Aroldis Chapman. He could have thrown 108 easy, alright? So we got our asses handed to us. Now we're on the way back from this one place somewhere in East Texas. I have no clue where it was. I think we have like a 2 or 3 hour drive back home from this baseball game. Now on this special occasion, we got to ride the varsity charters, not the usual yellow buses we always get as JV people. So you know, we're hyped, we're jamming out, we're yelling. I think we had some people snorting cocaine in the back of the bus, but we were just hyped. We were hyped, okay? Okay, so this kid Billy is sitting in the middle of the bus on the left side row of seats on the outside seat closest to the middle, and I'm like 5 or 6 rows behind him with my dude Mason. Now when we left, Billy had his usual 2 or 3 bean burritos with a Gatorade, and he was going to town on that shit. After the game, before we got on the road, we also got to eat Pizza Hut, which was like a delicacy because, you know, us JV people, we hardly ever get treated to decent food. It's usually just crusty ass burgers, and you know what it is. So now we're about an hour and a half into the ride back home in the middle of nowhere on these Texas highways. And I'm chilling with Mason, you know, probably just jacking each other off or whatever it is we did to pass the time as a freshman. And you hear this kid Billy yell, "Coach, I have to poop." And the bus went dead silent because we're a bunch of nosy little fuckers and wanted to listen. So Coach says, "Well, Billy, you should have used the restroom before we left." And it was true. You know, Coach would always tell us to use the restroom before we left, so Billy was out of luck. Now another 30 minutes passed, and the entire time I could see Billy shifting in his seat, so I could tell he was uncomfortable, you know? So he stands up and says, "Coach, if we don't get to a bathroom right now, I'm gonna shit myself." And he actually says that. He says shit, and you know, us, our little freshman minds are going crazy, like, this kid's gonna get in trouble, and nah, but Coach just sighed and said, "Okay, Billy, we'll stop at the next convenience store." And as this kid Billy was standing up, I could literally see his butt cheeks clenching in his baseball pants. So I'm thinking, damn, this kid's really gonna shit himself. So not even 20 seconds after Billy sits back down, he says, "Coach, I pooped my pants." And as soon as I heard that, both the coaches turned around to look at Billy, and the bus went dead silent. Everyone took out their earbuds. Me and Mason stopped jerking each other. Everything stopped because we were trying to see what Coach would say. So Coach just sighs, leans over to the bus driver and whispers in his ear. The bus just slows down in the middle of a random town next to an IKEA and stops outside. But before the bus stopped, I could already smell the doo-doo that was in this nigga's pants. Coach says, "Well, come on, Billy, don't let the shit just roll down your leg." So Billy got up and covered his ass with his hoodie and walks off the bus with Coach into a fucking IKEA so he could clean himself up. And this is the fucking worst part of the story. This scrawny little white kid that was sitting next to Billy this whole time had the fucking nerve to lean over to Billy's seat and sniff with his whole head the fucking chair that Billy was sitting on when he shit himself. Now keep in mind that I could smell the shit from a couple rows back, but this kid had to fucking stick his whole face into the seat to confirm or some shit that Billy had, in fact, shit himself. Like, this nigga could have waved like in science class taught us, but no, he had to stick his nose into the seat and say, "He really did shit himself." So me and Mason just give each other the looks of disgust after witnessing that white kid do what he just did. At that time, Billy was already on his way back, and he got on the bus with a look of total embarrassment. I mean, who could blame the dude, you know? So yeah, needless to say, we were never able to ride the Chargers again that season, so thanks, Billy, you fuck. Oh, I also forgot to mention that while Billy was gone, one of the coaches stood up and says, "Guys, be good friends and don't let word of this leave the bus." And I had full intention to do so. I was never going to tell this story, but the Billy kid ended up switching schools and talked shit about our baseball program and the coaches and everyone at our school, so you know, it's whatever. So guys, that'll conclude today's story. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good shit, so I know to drop some more stories in the future. So yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.